Happy early Halloween, adings. Welcome to Stories with Sapphire. I'm your Ate Sapphire. Halloween is the perfect night to get into a little mischief with some friends. For Fiona, she was willing to do anything to make any friends, even play the trust game. And now, it's story time. It was an especially cold and dark Halloween night. Fiona shivered as she stood in front of an empty house in an unfinished housing development on the other side of town. Next to her were Adam, Ian, and Sabrina, the only group of teens who invited her to hang out that night. Fiona wasn't really one for Halloween mischief, but when you're the new kid at school, you take any invite you can get. It's called the trust game. It's a Thousand Oaks tradition. You have to find somewhere pitch black and everyone hides in their own spot. Then the seeker starts the game. They have to find one person, and once they do, those two now have to find another. And you find each other one by one until you're a big group, and then you leave together. Only thing is, you have to keep your mouth shut and your phone lights off. The only way to find each other is with your hands. Couldn't we get seriously hurt? It's an empty house. You're not going to run into anything. Besides, we've all done it before. How do you think we all became so close? Fiona swallowed and tried to mask her concern. There was no backing out now. Not without looking like a total chump, anyway. Sabrina picked the lock and swung the door open. She flashed her light through the foyer and moved it in a brief circle. There's your chance to memorize the layout. Now go find your spot. Fiona felt a hand push her forward into the darkness. She stumbled onto what felt like the bottom steps. She was already very much regretting her decision to play. She pulled herself up and gingerly continued to crawl up the stairs. She kept one hand on the wall and kept walking until she reached a door. She opened it and felt around for a spot to sit and plopped on the ground and waited. The only sense available to her was her hearing, a pounding echoing in her chest, a ragged breath, faint footsteps groaning downstairs, a gentle howling outside the window. Fiona's legs had fallen asleep. She pulled out her phone to see how much time had passed. Almost half an hour. She knew this was an impossible game. She motioned to stand up, but that's when she heard footsteps on the other side of the door. The doorknob clicking, the door creaking open, the wooden floor lightly squeaking with each footstep. She was relieved to know this would be over soon, but she still jumped when she felt the pairs of hands grab her arms and help her off the floor. As they huddled together in their group, silently and carefully making their way through the pitch-black house, Fiona was starting to understand why this game was a bonding ritual. It was so intimate and kind of comforting. Fiona was now at the front of the huddle, hands out straight. After what felt like an eternity, she finally felt the familiar texture of the front door and heaved a loud sigh of relief. She threw it open and stepped out into the safety of the open night air. She turned around, but the others were no longer behind her. Okay, guys, scary time is over. You can come on out. Loud laughter emerged from the bushes in the front yard. Fiona turned to see Sabrina, Ian, and Adam step out from behind them. You lasted so much longer than any of us thought. You owe me $20. Wait, what's going on? The game is fake, dude. We take bets on how long it takes for people to realize. We snuck out as soon as you were upstairs. That can't be right. I was definitely playing with someone. Multiple people. Shut up. No, you weren't. Fiona looked back at the dark, partially open doorway. The door creaked open wider. Adam, Ian, and Sabrina jumped in terror and bolted down the street. Fiona giggled and walked towards the door, a smile stretching across her face. Looks like the trust game really does create bonds with new friends, after all. If you don't want nightmares tonight, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Submit your own stories to storieswithsapphire@gmail.com. For more spooky, supernatural, and spiritual stories, listen to the Stories with Sapphire podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. If you like what you saw and would like to support this independently run show, head over to patreon.com/storieswithsapphire to learn more. Until we meet again, sleep tight.